ones. And this one, spray. Okay, hey guys. I'm just making sure I have everything assembled. So today I'm going to be demonstrating the stamps on this desk. I'm using the Elegant Scrolls stamp from Redesign with Prima on the side of this desk. So you can already see I did some stamping over here already. So there's some stamp work over here, and I'm doing the last side of this for this live. So this is the remaining side I have left to stamp. And I'll be using the polished bronze. The polished bronze is bronze metallic sheen, or the polished bronze. So always give these a good shake because the pigments sometimes like separate, and you'll get the underlying tones coming out. So I always like shake these up really well so that you don't get it separating that one. Here is the Elegant Scrolls. This is the one with all the scrolls, of course, the big scrolls. Here's like a larger area you can see. So these are the big scrolls for one of the stamps, and what was this one? Then I'll be using this one for the center. This one's like, which one was that one? This one is from the Chateau de Maison. So that's where this one is from. Alright, so let's get stamping. So I'm going to be using the roller brush kit. Comes like this. Has the foam brush roller with it, and then it has this little plastic thing that you can put the paint on in order to roll it more easily. So I'm just going to put it on and then like roll it like that. Really simple, nothing too complicated with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of the polished bronze on the little plastic thing. So you can see the polished bronze, and you can see a little bit of the purplish undertones for the polished bronze. So that's why you got to really shake this one up quite a bit, just to make sure that it gets fully incorporated back into it before you start using it. I'm just going to add a little bit. Try not to make a mess. So just add a tiny bit, not too much, on here. And then I'm actually going to spray this roller foam a little bit because the metallic sheen is it's a thicker acrylic paint. So if it goes on too thick with the stamps, then they're just gonna look. You won't get the details. It's just gonna look, a little bit blurry and raised. So you don't want it too thick on there, but you don't want it too thin. So it's one of those things where it's like you just have to get it just right, or it won't work, and all of that stuff. Right, so when I do my stamps, I'm going to be doing this one up here, and then I'll be doing this one down here to like make it a frame around, like that. So that's my plan for that one. Usually when I do the stamp designs, I kind of like hold them up or tape them up and put them kind of together to see how it's going to look before I stamp larger areas. As far as doing design work goes, I'll just like try to figure out how I want it to look, and then I'll stamp. In general, not all the time, but it's useful to do that for the larger designs on the sides of this. My inspiration is like inlay, so if you haven't really seen the beautiful inlay details on some of the like antique European furniture, they have really beautiful scrollwork inlay on the the more valuable pieces. So I saw one, and that's what inspired me to do this. So I'm kind of gonna like mimic the design on the inlay, but you know, this is a stamp, so it's not going to be quite like that, but since it's a stamp. So I'm just going to push this on here and try to get it pressed down everywhere as I'm doing this. Especially since this is a curved surface, you know, I can't use the stamping block, so I just have to use my fingers for this one and hope that it works well. So, right, I think I got every area. So see this right here with that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the top part of this. So, you know, I'm just rolling a little bit at a time on here on the foam roller. I love using this for stenciling too. Stenciling, don't use a brush. Don't use a brush if you don't have to, because it's more difficult to, oh gosh, I'm like blabbing and I just grabbed the same one. Okay, sorry. So when you're doing stencils and stuff, it's much easier to use a roller with thumb and then a smaller roller for the smaller ones, of course, because they don't need the big ones. If you use a brush, you're most likely going to get bleed through, even if you use spray adhesives. So I just always recommend using the foam roller for that. Alright, this one I'm going to tilt slightly a little bit. So I like that these stamps have opposite facing sides. It makes it, you know, easier to create full patterns with the opposite siding ones. Alright, this is like overspray of a top coat that I got on top of here. Alright, so I'm just going to press it down. I'm just going to try to get it everywhere. And just take it off. That. Oh, I missed a little bit on the side, so not a problem. I'm just gonna put a little bit more just where I need it, and I'm just gonna realign it a little bit and press it down only on this area and make it back like that. So you guys, I hope you can see this. So if you miss a little bit of the area doesn't get on, then you can just re-stamp that area and realign it with these ones, which is why it has this color, so that it makes it easier to realign it if you need to. So you can kind of use it as a guide. And if you wash your stamps properly, you won't have like residue, so it'll be see-through. But yeah, I didn't, so that's kind of what happened. Okay, so I'm going to use the middle one. Okay, so this is this one, so I'm going to put this in the middle like here. I'm trying to create a completely full pattern on this one. So I want as much of it filled as possible with the stamps. Just, yeah, that's a little bit of dust, whatever. It'll come off. Just, everything is dusty. It's we're getting all the smoke from the California fires here, so all of my stuff is all dusty and the air quality is really bad, so I actually shouldn't even be out here right now, but I'll go back inside after the live. Oh shoot, I just did that in the wrong place. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm trying to add this a bit more on the roller. Make sure you roll it on the plastic thing a bit to make sure that the paint is on completely evenly. Makes it easier. Alright, so I'm just going to roll it over the stamp. And try not to put that on the floor where there's a bunch of stuff everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to get it to the middle. I don't really care if it overlaps because it doesn't look that bad if it does. So I'm just going to press this back on again. Just try to rub all the areas where the stamp details are. Alright. Just peel this off. And we got that. A little faded here, but I don't really care. It's fine. I'm going for kind of a old world vibe anyways. Not as concerned. I'm just wetting the roller again because, you know, as I keep adding the metallic paint, it's gonna get thicker and thicker on here. And like I said, you don't want it on too thick when you roll it on the stamp. It doesn't give you the good definition. Let's see. Okay. So I'm just taking a look at what I did on the other side so I don't screw this up. I want it to match my other side. So, gotta make sure it looks the same. Which direction did I use on that one? Okay, so this one's gotta go down like that. Alright. Sorry, I gotta make sure it's all even. Otherwise it'll drive me crazy. Okay, so I'm just putting this one right here. And this is the Elegant Squirrels stamp. It has the big squirrels. The other ones have slightly smaller ones. So perfect for smaller surfaces if you need, but I need this one to be on there completely. Middle didn't get on there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and redo that bit again. And only press it down right here, because I don't want it to get elsewhere, so I'm just trying to keep it in that area as I'm doing this. Okay, where's the opposite one? Okay, so this is the opposite facing one, obviously. Let's see, so it has to go like here, like that. Okay, just seeing the positioning that I did on the other one. So I have to make sure it matches so I don't fudge it up. Okay. Oh my gosh. No. Alright, so I'm just going to rub this on again. And let's do it again. Opposite side. Yeah, okay. That's maybe relatively even. Press this down again. That. Press it down with your fingers. Super easy. Okay, you just want to make sure you get these areas, because I usually always miss them a bit. So try to get the outer areas especially to work. Top part right here. Not wanting to twist down. Right, this middle part. Alright, so there we go, that one. Let's see, what did I do? Alright, so I did the outer facing ones. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other side and do the same thing, just, you know, opposite facing. Just so I make sure this goes on evenly for this. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on the opposite side the same way. Ah, shoot, the wheels. Okay, it's okay. Alright. Just go ahead and do it the opposite way now. I'm just going to spray my brush again. I think it's getting too thick on here. So I'm just going to use this again. Should get a little bit on here. On the middle especially because it's not spreading perfectly, so this on. Okay, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom and get it even before I press down. Careful about pressing down until you're ready, and then try not to allow the stamp to shift because then it's going to smear, so try to keep it on as firmly as you can, as if possible, so just so it doesn't smear on you. And it's a lot easier to do this laying it flat, but obviously I cannot lay this desk flat, so I have to do it like this. But if you can, do it on a flat surface, lay it flat, so you can just press down. It's a lot easier that way. So, ooh, outer edge, outer edge. So I just only put the paint where I need it because I don't want it to get elsewhere and have it look crooked. So I just try to do it only where I want it to be and not the other parts of this. So just kind of where I need it. It's not. Okay, much better. So let's do the top one. Here, it's hiding. I'm just gonna spray this one a little bit with water. It's just water. I'm only using water. I'm not using anything else. Just use water to thin it out if you need to. You can also use Floetrol, is that what it's called? Where there's Zinsser has a paint extender to help you so that you keep the paint wet longer. So you can use that too to mix with the paints as well if you want to. But usually I always just use water for all of these acrylic ones because they're not oil based. So you can use water to kind of like thin it out if you need to. I tilted this one for a reason, because of the way the scrolls are, so the top one, so that it would fit inside of here, and get on there. So just make sure this is completely. Okay, and there's that leaf part. Okay. Shit, my hands are dirty. Alright, so now I'm going to do the other area like I did on the opposite side. I'm using this one. Put it in the middle. I'm just going to try to get it even as possible. There we go. So, press this one down. 2. Just trying to get it on really firm without moving it. Okay. And shoot, why is this area out? it's maybe because I need to add more paint on here. I'm just gonna add a little bit more paint. Don't want too much because I don't really need all that much, but my thing is not working. The stamps work perfectly with the ink pads, so if you want like really sharp, crisp details, the ink pads are the way to go. But they don't have a color like this for the ink pads, so that's why I'm using this. Okay. Just make sure you can see. Sorry if I'm blocking your way. So this is where it needs to meet. I'll do the opposing side. This one. Just try to get this cap off. Just rolling this paint on it. Just trying to get it on. And it's color's Dirty Pink. Oh, this one? This is like a black cherry color, actually, from Modern Masters. So I used Modern Masters Black Cherry for this one, the base color. So that's the base color. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I get all of this paint everywhere, because I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, this is where it kind of meets too, so I need to be careful. Okay, so I'm trying to make it even. Just pressing it down as much as possible. Okay, let's see how it works. There we go. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, it looks like a frame. Not too bad. So I wanted it to look like a frame. So I can put the middle design right here. This one, so it's a bit hard to see this one, but it's kind of like an emblem of sorts. So which side was up? So I have to check and make sure the right side's up. Okay, yeah, I had it wrong. So this side was up the way I did it. So always check that. This. And then I'm going to put this in the center, right here, as centered as I can get it. Please be straight. Okay. press this down. Oh. Good thing these stamps are so bendy that you can use them on curved areas without a problem. Okay, let's see how it turned out. Alright, so that's the middle emblem right here that I put on the other side to frame it, so cool. Alright, awesome. And I'll be adding some patina around it, you know, make it fancy and stuff like that. But right now, I'm just finishing up with the stamping because that was the base part. And now I'm going to add some gold wax in a couple of areas. I'm just going to add some here, and then on the front, I'll show you the front because you can see more of it. So. Trying to turn this guy. Away from my brick. Okay. There we go. So I was going to add some gold on here to finish it up. And this, I'm going to try to wear my gloves even though my hands are dirty, but whatever. I'll still wear my gloves. For this. Sorry, I'm trying to look at your comments, but it's hard to catch them when I'm doing lives and stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to add some wax. So this is the Decor Wax, the Eternal Decor Wax. I need some muscle. Oh my god, it's stuck. Alright, I give up. Let's use this one. Alright, this one's not stuck. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is the Eternal Decor Wax. It comes in tubes now, so not the little tins, but I kept the little tins so that I could put the wax in from the tubes. Just because I like it that way a little bit better. I think it's easier to use, at least for me, that way. So, and then when I'm doing these details where I just want it on top and not necessarily all over the mold, or not the mold, sorry, the raised details. These aren't appliques, but these are original to the piece. So when I'm doing stuff like that, then I'll use my fingertip to get it on so it's not as messy as when I use one of the little stenciling brushes that I like to use. Just using your finger works well for this one. So just dab a little bit on there, and then add a little bit here. And this is like a kidney-shaped table, so the other side is the front actually. So for this one, I'm doing it completely all the way around because it's meant to be like that. So for this one, it's a wraparound design. And I actually did one of these a long time ago that I really loved, and I've been looking for another one ever since then. So now it's 3 years later, and I finally found one. Can you guys see that? The Decor Wax, I'm just adding it on a little bit. So I'm just dabbing it on. That, and I think it really brings out these details. With this desk, I'm kind of going a dark gothic look. I'm kind of yeah, I'm stuck in the Gothic frame of mind right now. After doing my Gothic jewelry armoire. So this one's going to be kind of a darker piece. That's really not very light and bright. Trying to get it on here without smearing it too much. It's okay, I can wipe it off with mineral spirits to like clean it up if I need to, so let's try not to get it on too messy. Okay, that's there. Awesome. It's just gonna do that for the sides. Do it for this other side too, so you can see the other side of it. I'm just going to do this one too. Wax. Can you see that? Okay. Right. Just going to add some gold on here. I'm just like dabbing it on with the tip of my finger, not to get it too messy, but I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. Anyways, so. A little bit on. Right here, and then almost done with this. And there we go. So, okay, so that's kind of the direction I'm going for some of this, and then with the stamps and stuff, and no transfers this time, so no transfers, just some patina, chalk paste, and some other stuff to make it look a bit more grungy, and then I'll be done with this desk and stuff. And I'll just recap really quick on what I used, the Elegant Scrolls. So I used the Elegant Scrolls stamp. So these are part of the Elegant Scrolls. So it has all the really pretty flourishes and stuff like that. And then I used, this is the polished bronze color. So you can see it's kind of like a super light gold almost. The champagne one is the one that's even lighter, not as gold. So the champagne one is the lightest one, and there's this one, the polished bronze, and then of course you have the other gold one, and then goldenrod's the brightest yellow one of all of the metallic sheen acrylics that just came out. There's a lot of pretty colors, so you should definitely check it out if you haven't. There's a pretty aqua color, pink, there's a lot of pretty ones. There's blush chrome, this is another one that is new, if I can get it to open. So this is blush chrome, so this is like a rose gold. You guys can see the rose gold color. This is blush chrome. So a lot of really, really pretty colors. There's a dark slate, which is like a silver color. So there's kind of like a different shade, shades that are available for the metallics. So a little bit of a bigger variety from most metallic paints out there. So it's super nice. So yeah, so that's and then I used the little foam stencil roller kit. You can buy these from Redesign. It comes as a kit with the roller, the foam roller. It's foam. It's not like one of those the fine what is it, like the fine, you know what I'm talking about. It's not one of those. This one's just all foam, which is good for stenciling, of course, but also for applying this on the stamps. So if you're wanting to put paint on the stamps, this is the best way to do it, is with the foam roller. Make sure the paint's not too thick or too thin, and then just roll it on, and then just press it on, and you have all the stamp designs on there. So it's really easy to use. I mean, it's really, really easy. So yeah, that's it for today's live. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll go back and answer. But pretty much that's all you need to know about stamps. There's a lot of different mediums you can use for stamps, like ink, paint, a lot of different things. So whatever you can get on the stamp basically is what you can use to stamp it on. The ink is the best. However, obviously you don't have as much ink colors as you have paint colors, so sometimes you have to use paint in order to get the color you want, and it's easy to do it with paint. So yeah, super easy. So, alright guys, I will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope it was relaxing for you. And yeah, I will catch you next Sunday. So. Bye guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next Sunday. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I will go back and answer them. So thank you again.